Katie Price has done it again. Another headline, another shocking claim. And this time, it's about one of England's most famous footballers, Jack Grealish. Yes, during her live tour with Kerry Katona, Katie stunned the audience by declaring that she once kissed Jack Grealish. You could hear the gasp ripple through the crowd. Kerry turned bright red, hiding her face behind a pillow, while the room fell into stunned silence. And of course, the internet exploded. Because this wasn't just a random revelation. This was Katie Price, in front of a paying audience, casually claiming that she kissed a man who is currently in a long-term relationship. A man who has spent years carefully crafting his image, and who, let's be honest, probably didn't expect to become part of Katie Price's touring confessional. Before we get into what this means, make sure you subscribe to Celeb Scoopz for more real celebrity stories, breaking headlines, and the shocking truth behind the drama. Because this isn't just another kiss and tell. This looks like a desperate grab for attention, and it could have real consequences. The claim came out of nowhere. Katie and Kerry were on stage in Northwich, chatting about their pasts, answering questions from fans. Someone asked who the most famous person they'd ever kissed was. Kerry laughed, joked about Robbie Williams. Then Katie said it. "Do you know who I have? Grealish." And the crowd fell silent. No one knew whether to laugh, gasp, or roll their eyes. Because once again, Katie Price had managed to drag a completely innocent person into her never-ending circus of chaos. Jack Grealish, for the record, is still in a committed relationship with model Sasha Attwood, the girl who stood by him through the World Cup, the fame, and the endless rumors that come with being England's most talked-about player. Sasha and Jack have been together for years. They've weathered storms before. But now, thanks to Katie Price's mouth, they're once again being dragged into a story that nobody asked for. And here's the thing. Katie never said when it supposedly happened. She didn't explain the context. She just dropped the bombshell, smiled, and moved on. It's the classic Katie Price playbook. Drop a scandalous soundbite, watch the headlines light up, and bask in the chaos that follows. To understand this latest stunt, you have to understand Katie's pattern. Every time her fame starts to fade, every time the spotlight shifts to someone else, she finds a way to pull it right back onto herself. If it's not a dramatic surgery reveal, it's a new relationship. If it's not a feud, it's a shocking confession. And when all else fails, she falls back on the oldest trick in the book, attaching her name to someone more famous than she is. It's been happening for decades. Back in her Jordan days, she built her brand on controversy. Tales of footballers, celebrities, and wild nights out became her calling card. And she knew exactly what she was doing. Katie Price doesn't just make headlines, she engineers them. But there's a big difference between stirring up gossip for clicks and risking someone's real-life relationship in the process. Because whether or not her claim is true, it's a headline that can do damage. Jack Grealish and Sasha Attwood have fought hard to keep their relationship stable despite the constant noise. They've had tabloid whispers before, but this is different. This is a direct claim made in public, in front of witnesses, and amplified online within hours. And it's not funny, it's reckless. Because when Katie says something like this, people believe her. Or at least they want to. She's built her whole career on telling it like it is. So even if she's exaggerating, the damage is already done. This isn't just about Jack and Sasha. It's about Katie Price's need to stay relevant, no matter who gets hurt. Her live shows with Kerry Katona are built on shock value. Two women who've lived through tabloid chaos, swapping secrets, spilling gossip, and playing to the crowd. It's part stand-up, part therapy session, part public meltdown, and audiences love it. But there's a darker side to it too. Because behind the laughter, there's a sense that Katie is running out of material. Her personal life has already been laid bare. Every surgery, every feud, every failed marriage. There's nothing left to shock people with. So what's left? Dragging someone else into the spotlight. Let's be honest, if you've followed Katie for any length of time, this is nothing new. She's claimed kisses, crushes, and flirtations with half of celebrity Britain. Everyone from pop stars to footballers has been caught in her orbit at some point. She once said she'd kissed Eminem. She's joked about affairs, hinted at flings, teased her fans with stories I can't tell yet. It's performance art in a way. Katie Price's endless theater of chaos. But the act is starting to wear thin, because there's a point where shock value stops being entertaining and starts being sad. Katie's always been a master of reinvention. When one era ends, she creates another. But this latest tour, this never-ending string of wild revelations and public confessions, feels less like reinvention and more like desperation. A woman trying to stay relevant in a world that's moved on. She's not the glamorous tabloid star of the 2000s anymore. She's not the young mum fighting for her family. She's not the reality TV sweetheart. She's the headline machine who can't stop. And now, even her fans are starting to notice. Because let's face it, when your big moment on stage is claiming you once kissed Jack Grealish, that's not shocking. That's sad. There's also the bigger issue here, the ripple effect of these stories. In a world where relationships are torn apart by rumors, one offhand comment can do real damage, especially when it involves a high-profile athlete whose every move is scrutinized by the press. Jack Grealish is no stranger to headlines, the late nights, the champagne photos, the constant speculation. But this came out of nowhere. A random claim from a celebrity who has nothing to do with him. And whether it's true or not, it feeds into the public's obsession with gossip and infidelity, and the tabloids know it. They'll run with it, twist it, and push it until it becomes the story of the week. Meanwhile, Sasha Attwood, the woman who's quietly supported Jack through all of it, gets dragged into the fallout for no reason at all. All because Katie Price needed another headline. And maybe that's the saddest part. Katie's built a career on chaos, but the cost has always been real people's lives. Her exes, her kids, her rivals, her so-called friends. Now she's adding Jack Grealish and Sasha Attwood to the list. Even her own family must be exhausted. She's 47 years old, still chasing the same kind of attention that made her famous at 25. Still posting, still performing, still desperate for the next viral moment. But fame doesn't last forever. Not even for Katie Price. Thanks for watching. And if you want more breaking celebrity stories, untold truths, and the real drama behind the headlines, make sure you subscribe to Celeb Scoopz and hit that notification bell. Because in the world of fame and scandal, nobody chases attention quite like Katie Price.